Hello, my name is Yanni, and I will be talking about the Internet of Things. So what is Internet of Things? It's the network of physical objects or things embedded with electronics, software, sensors, and network connectivity, which enables these objects to collect and exchange data. Each thing represents a device or sensor. IoT allows objects to be sensed and controlled remotely across existing networks, creating opportunities for more direct integration between the physical world and computer-based systems. This results in improved efficiency, accuracy, and economic benefit. Things in the IoT sense can refer to a wide variety of devices such as heart monitoring implants, biochip transporters on farm animals, electric clams in coastal waters, automobiles with built-in sensors, or field operation devices that assist firefighters in search and rescue operations. These devices collect useful data with the help of various existing technologies and then flow the data between other devices. So IoT can be applied in different fields of our life. For example, the Amazon Echo, it works through its voice assistant Alexa, which users can talk in order to perform a variety of functions. Users can tell Alexa to play music, provide a weather report, get sports scores, order an Uber, and a lot more. The smart home is likely the most important IoT application at the moment because it is the one that is most affordable and readily available to consumers. From the Amazon Echo to the Nest thermostat, for example, used in many homes, there are hundreds of products on the market that users can control with their voices to make their lives more connected than ever. Uh, Another example is the Fitbit One. The Fitbit One tracks your steps, floors climbed, calories burned, and sleep quality. The device also wirelessly syncs with computers and smartphones in order to transmit your fitness data in understandable charts to monitor your progress. The Apple Watch, the Apple Watch and other smartwatches on the market have turned our wrists into smartphone holsters by enabling text messaging, phone calls, and more. And devices such as Fitbit and Jawbone have helped revolutionize the fitness world by giving people more data about their workouts. Another example of IoT is smart cities. For example, Barcelona, the Spanish city is one of the foremost smart cities in the world after it implemented several IoT initiatives that helped enhance smart parking and the environment. This displays the potential to transform entire cities by solving problems citizens face each day. With the proper connections and data, the Internet of Things can solve traffic congestion issues and reduce noise, crime, and other problems such as population. My last example on the slide is the AT&T connected car. So AT&T added 1.3 million cars to its network in the second quarter of 2016, bringing the total number of cars it connects to 9.5 million. Drivers don't have to subscribe or pay a monthly fee for data in order for AT&T to count them as subscribers. These vehicles are equipped with internet access and can share the access with others, just like connecting with a wireless network in a home or office. More vehicles are starting to come equipped with this functionality, so we should be prepared to see more apps included in future cars. So the history of IoT. So the concept of the IoT first became popular in 1999 through the Auto ID Center at MIT and related market analysis publications. The R radio frequency identification was seen as a prerequisite for the IoT at that point. And if all objects and people in daily life were equipped with identifiers, computers could manage and uh, um, I'm sorry, if all objects and people in daily life were equipped with identifiers, computers could manage and inventory them, but we're not. And besides using our radio frequency identification, the tagging of things can occur through such technologies as near-field communication, barcodes, QR codes, Bluetooth, and digital watermarking. IoT can also be pronounced machine-to-machine technology. And the phrase was first coined by Kevin Ashton in 1999. So how it works. The Internet of Things, also sometimes referred to as the Internet of Everything, consists of all the web-enabled devices that collect, send, and act on data they acquire from their surrounding environments using embedded sensors, processors, and communication hardware. These devices, often called connected or smart devices, can sometimes talk to other related devices, a process called machine-to-machine communication, like I listed above, and act on the information they get from one another. Humans can interact with the gadgets, set them up, give them instructions, or access the data, but the devices do most of their work on their own without human intervention. So some of the capabilities of IoT include communication and cooperation, identification, sensing, addressability, localization, and user interfaces. So these capabilities together help to bridge the gap between the virtual and the physical world. But what are some of the applications of IoT? So the Internet of Things examples extend from smart connected homes to wearables to healthcare. Not only Internet of Things applications are enhancing the comforts of our lives, but also it is giving us more control by simplifying routine work life and personal tasks. We know that the potential of the IoT markets is huge, but there are some domains that will mature much faster than the rest. For example, some of the ones that are listed are manufacturing, media, medical and healthcare systems, transportation, infrastructure management, and so on. However, there is some technological challenges when it comes down to IoT. So the first one that I have listed is security. Security is a crucial issue on the internet, and it is probably the most significant challenge for the IoT. When you increase the number of connected devices, the number of opportunities to exploit private information through poorly designed devices can expose users' data to theft, especially when the data streams are left with poor protection. In certain cases, it may even harm the safety of the safety and health of people. Um, There are a number of IoT deployments that also have collections of near identical or identical devices, and this increases the impact of any one security vulnerability by the number of devices that all have similar characteristics as well. So another challenge is privacy. The Internet of Things presents some unique challenges when it comes to privacy, and a lot of that goes beyond the data privacy issues that exist in the moment. Much of this is because of the trouble integrating devices into the environments without people using them consciously. This is becoming even more often when it comes to consumer devices, such as tracking devices for cars and phones and also smart TVs. Vision features and voice recognition are now being integrated into smart TVs as well. So these features uh, that around us can listen continuously to conversations or look for activity and transmit data selectively to cloud services for processing. These cloud services may sometimes even include third parties. So that's where the risk is at. Uh, Another challenge is standards. A lack of this refers to a lack of documented or standard best practices has had much larger impact on the Internet of Things devices. An absence of standards may enable inappropriate behavior by IoT devices, and without the right standards to guide and regulate manufacturers, developers may design products that operate in any number of disruptive ways online without regard for their impact. If they are configured or designed poorly, these devices may have negative consequences for networking resources they connect to, and in the broad picture, the internet itself. Next, regulation. So the legal issues concerning the Internet of Things devices aren't limited to potential violations of civil rights because of law enforcement surveillance. So other issues that must be considered are cross-border data flow, legal liability when it comes to unintended use, privacy lapses, and security breaches. Also, technology is advancing at a much faster pace nowadays than regulatory policies, and charged with setting and supervising IoT guidelines cannot keep up. And last, development. So the variety of IoT challenges is not going to be decreased uh, in industrialized countries. In fact, the IoT has a lot of promise when it comes to delivering economic and social benefits for developing and emerging economies. But like the rest of the world, the less developed regions are going to have to address the policy requirements, technical skill requirements, and market readiness to take advantage for the actual potential of the IoT. So, where do we see the IoT in the future? So, in total, it's been forecasted that there will be about 34 billion devices connected to the internet by 2020, up from 10 billion, which was the number in 2015. Um, so, IoT devices will account for 24 billion, while traditional computing devices will comprise a 10 billion. Nearly 6 billion will be spent on IoT solutions over the next 5 years, and businesses will be the top adapter of IT solutions. They see which because they see three ways the IT can improve their bottom line. It can lower their operating costs, increase the productivity, and expand the new markets or developing new product offerings. Governments are focused on increasing productivity, decreasing costs, and improving their citizens' quality of life. And it is forecasted that they will be the second largest adapters of IoT ecosystems. And last, consumers will lag behind businesses and governments in IoT adoption. Still, they will purchase a massive number of devices and invest a significant amount of money in IoT ecosystems, however. So, at last, the Internet of Things is closer to being implemented than the average person would think. Most of the necessary technological advances needed for it have already been made, and some manufacturers and agencies have already begun implementing a small scale version of it. But the main reasons why it has not truly been implemented is the impact it will have on the legal, ethical, security, and social fields. Workers could potentially abuse it, hackers could potentially access it, corporations may not want to share their data, and individual people may not like the complete absence of privacy. So, for these reasons, the Internet of Things may very well be pushed back longer than it truly needs to be. Thank you for watching. This is it.